Hey guys, welcome back. You may have seen my last video in which I reviewed 4 different types of retractable eraser. The reason why I have so many of those erasers, apart from there being just incredibly cool pieces of engineering and wonderful rubbers that I use all the time, um, I have been planning something recently, and I want to share it. I want to share my process with the world. Um, and obviously seek your feedback. I'm looking to make something that is, I hope, genuinely useful to people. It would certainly be useful to me. You see, I'm a huge fan of Swiss Army knives as well as all kinds of stationery, and I always carry this one with me. Let me show you. I forget the model. I think it's the Manager, or perhaps the Classic. Anyway, it's the one with a pen. I've actually removed the biro there, but it's just a fantastic piece of it's a fantastic invention. I mean, you have with you always a bottle opener, a screwdriver, little blade, little toothpick which I've never used, a nice little file, another flathead screwdriver there. Great little pair of scissors. Victorinox really smashed the scissors. Like, they really, really created a good pair. I've had this in my pocket now for the last probably 3 years, and before that I had another one. But I do like to sketch, and when I sketch, I use a pencil or a clutch pencil. And I like pencils. I like rubbers. I've always been fascinated by mechanical pencils. I don't know, when I was a kid, they somehow seemed a bit grown up. They were a bit technological, and yeah, I just absolutely love them. So I've always thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a pencil inside one of these instead of a pen? And wouldn't it be great if there was an eraser? Now, of course, you can just carry a pencil with an eraser on the end, right? That's pretty simple. But to have it in this form factor, and this is, by the way, a very comfortable thing to write with. As I say, the biro is not in there now, but you extend the file, and it fits really well in the hand. It's surprisingly comfortable. You'd think that's too fat for a pencil, but actually it's quite nice. And I can see myself sketching with this. I sometimes sketch things with the ballpoint that comes with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my love of Swiss Army knives with my love of retractable erasers, and whether it be a clutch pencil like this one or a mechanical pencil like this one, which I've had for many years. As you can see, it's broken. I have a bunch of others, but I've begun the designs already. Okay, this is full of designs, but I want to have in one of these scales probably this particular eraser, because it's very good for fine work and it's very thin on one side, and possibly a clutch pencil. If I'm getting very ambitious, we're going to put additional leads in the sides, but there are going to be some design constraints, which I'm going to get onto in a second. Now, if we don't go for a clutch pencil, we'll probably make the clutch pencil and a normal mechanical pencil, right? That's the mechanism from your everyday mechanical pencil. Both options present some serious design challenges, which I'm really looking forward to. But I want to just quickly outline how we're going to do this, okay? Because we got some constraints. The first constraint is size, specifically thickness. We do not want the scales to be much thicker, and ideally as no thicker than the scales of this knife. I've seen, others with slightly thicker scales. I personally would find it difficult to sketch with them. Some people have done some great work using these scales as kind of housing mechanisms for all kinds of things. We really want to keep it as slim as possible, and I think we can, because the bare essentials of what we're working with, the lead, the mechanism for the mechanical pencil, are in fact slimmer than the scales. So, thickness. The second design constraint is ideally the mechanism works with a very unobtrusive button. Whether that be on the side, which is my preferred method, or at the top, maybe a small one here. If we have to, we can bore a hole in the top and maybe make some kind of button that you press down and move forward. I don't really want to do that. I want to keep it on the side. That will prove a challenge because you don't find many mechanical pencils with a side action, right? A button or a sliding mechanism. So ideally, side button or side action, let's say. Those are to be honest, those are our main constraints. And now, of course, that's as far as the pencil and the eraser are concerned. When it comes to the overall design, we want to keep it robust. This goes without saying. We're going to do a lot of drop testing, see that the lead remains intact, that the mechanism remains intact. We would like it to be aesthetically pleasing. And I think, I forgot. Want it to be relatively easy to refill. And the final constraint is we want the parts, or rather the refills, to be easily available. So we want to use existing parts. I don't know how you spell refillable. Is it with 2 L's? Whatever. Those are all the constraints I can think of right now. I invite you to take this journey with me. I'll post updates, as and when. I won't post every single day, but I'll post when I have a significant update, when I have a challenge that needs to be overcome or that I have overcome. I'll show the process. I really have no time constraint here. I expect that we can do this in 3 months for the pencil and the eraser. I have other ideas to use housings of this is the 58mm Swiss Army knife. By the way, I have no affiliation to Victorinox, if that wasn't obvious already. But we're going to do stuff to the 91mm as well. But for now, we're just going to focus on the 58. I've started designing things. I'm going to share things. I'm excited to take this journey, and I'll see you.